Have you ever found yourself in that familiar state where life feels less like a journey you're actively steering
Mm-hmm.
and more like, oh, a ship on autopilot with someone else at the helm?
Yeah, or maybe you're constantly pulled in like a dozen different directions.
Right. Struggling to find that true, unwavering focus amidst all the noise,
Yeah.
the endless demands, the unspoken expectations.
It's a remarkably common predicament, I think, especially in our, well, hyper-connected world. We're often implicitly, sometimes even explicitly, taught from a very young age to prioritize the needs and expectations of others.
Over our own.
Exactly, over our own. And this subtle conditioning, it can lead to a life that feels less like a conscious creation and more like a never-ending series of reactions.
And that's precisely why we're embarking on this deep dive
Mhm.
today. We're looking into a really insightful set of sources drawn directly from an audiobook called Focus on You Until You Win.
Mm,
Now, let's be clear. This isn't your typical quick fix self-help stuff. Not
yeah.
at all.
It's definitely got more teeth than that.
It really does. It offers more of a maybe raw, honest blueprint for what it truly means to choose yourself, to relentlessly cut off distractions, and to fiercely focus on your personal mission until you, well, achieve your version of success.
And a foundational truth woven throughout these sources, and it's one that might feel a little uncomfortable at first, is this premise that no one is coming to save you.
Oof. Yeah.
It's a stark realization, definitely. But embracing that truth, really recognizing that the ultimate responsibility rests squarely with you, is presented as the very first and maybe the most crucial step towards building a life you genuinely don't want to escape from.
So our mission for you today, the listener, is to really unpack these core principles. We want to reveal some genuinely surprising insights and, most importantly, give you practical, actionable tools drawn right from this source material.
Tools designed to help you shift your perspective.
Exactly. And take powerful, decisive action. All of this is engineered to quickly make you well-informed on this, frankly, transformative topic. So let's stop drifting and start focusing.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It all begins with a provocative question, actually, one that many of us, maybe unconsciously, tend to avoid confronting.
Okay, let's unpack this then. The deep dive kicks off with what I found to be a truly piercing question. Whose life am I really living?
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't just rhetorical, is it? It really forces us to confront this uh, pervasive societal conditioning, the creed that teaches us from such a young age to seek external approval, to fit in, to please others.
Often at the profound expense of our own inner voice, our own deepest desires.
Right.
It's a profound observation because this societal programming, it starts so subtly from childhood, our parents, our school, society at large. They gently, or sometimes maybe not so gently, guide us into behaving in certain
You
ways.
get rewarded for conforming, right? For
Yeah.
following the safe path, the predictable route.
Exactly. And the source vividly highlights how slowly, incrementally, we learn to silence that inner voice. We replace it with what it terms external noise.
External noise. I
Okay.
like that term.
Yeah. And this leads to a situation where our days, our choices, even our dreams are shaped more by what others expect of us than by what we genuinely desire for ourselves.
And the danger in that is insidious, but it's incredibly powerful. The sources make it just undeniably clear that when you live primarily for others, you might, for a fleeting moment, get some temporary validation.
That little pat on the back.
Exactly. That brief sense of acceptance. But in the long run, you lose something far more valuable, something irreplaceable,
Yeah.
true, sustained fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
You end up just checking boxes, hitting milestones that never really belonged to you in the first place. And then you're left wondering why happiness always feels, I don't know, just out of reach.
Yeah, it's that quiet, persistent void of unfulfillment that truly takes its toll over time.
It really does.
And this is where the source offers a truly fascinating distinction, one that's often misunderstood, I think. It's the crucial difference between self-prioritization and what is often mistakenly perceived as Well, selfishness.
That's such an important point
Yeah.
because I think a lot of people hear choosing yourself and their immediate, almost automatic reaction is, oh, that's arrogant. That's
Right.
selfish.
It gets a bad rap.
It really does.
Yeah.
But the source fundamentally, powerfully counters that. It clearly states that self-prioritization is not about putting yourself first at the expense of others,
Mm-hmm.
disregarding their needs entirely. Not at all.
No, it's about honoring your needs, understanding your capacities so that you can actually show up as your best, most capable, most generous self for others. It's about being sustainable in how you give.
Being sustainable. Yeah.
The compelling analogy the source uses here, and it's familiar to many, is the classic airplane oxygen mask rule.
Hmm.
Put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others.
I
And the why behind it is profoundly simple and undeniably logical. If you collapse from lack of oxygen, if you become incapacitated, you're absolutely no help to anyone else.
useless then, basically.
Pretty much. And the source argues that life operates on this same fundamental principle. When you continually deny your own dreams or neglect your core values, disregard your health, or constantly override your instincts just to please others, well, you inevitably burn out.
Mm-hmm.
And the result isn't selflessness. It's often a simmering resentment, profound exhaustion, and that quiet, nagging sense that you've ultimately betrayed the most important person in your life, yourself.
It truly makes so much sense when you put it like that. You really cannot pour into others if your own cup is empty. It's such a simple truth, yet one we often forget in the just relentless pace of modern life.
Absolutely.
And when you think about the broader societal implications, I mean, a culture that often implicitly, sometimes explicitly praises self-neglect over healthy self-care, this has got to impact mental health on a massive scale.
Oh, undoubtedly. It diminishes our collective well-being. We end up with a society full of people running on fumes, trying to give from an empty tank. It leads to this kind of collective depletion.
It compels us to ask, what is the actual tangible cost of this collective burnout?
Well, a society that consistently encourages self-neglect, it tends to foster a population that struggles deeply with chronic stress, pervasive anxiety, and a significantly decreased capacity for genuine connection and meaningful contribution.
But the good news, there is good news, right?
There is. The profound good news, as the source emphasizes, is that regardless of any past decisions, the power to choose yourself exists right now, in this very moment. And that pivotal shift truly begins with critical self-awareness.
Okay, so how do we begin that journey of self-awareness? The source guides the listener through three core questions, and they're not just quick answers. They require honest, often uncomfortable introspection.
Definitely not surface level stuff.
No. The questions are, what do I value most? What kind of life do I want to build? And what am I willing to stop tolerating? These aren't just bullet points to tick off. They're the questions to really sit with, to wrestle with, until you find some clarity.
And the source provides some truly powerful illustrative examples to bring these concepts to life. Consider Oprah Winfrey, for instance.
Okay.
She has frequently spoken about the immense pressure she felt to conform to others' expectations early in her career. Yet she consciously chose to move beyond those societal pressures and pursue her own unique vision of storytelling and empowerment.
If she hadn't.
Exactly. Had she played it safe, silenced her powerful voice, or simply lived to make others comfortable, her profound, truly global influence would almost certainly never have materialized. Her choice to prioritize her authentic self was the catalyst.
And then there's the story of J.K. Rowling, which is also incredibly compelling.
Right. Before Harry Potter became the global phenomenon we know today, she was a single mother living on welfare, really struggling.
Mm-hmm.
The source notes that many around her likely suggested she abandon her silly dream of writing fantasy. The logical, responsible path would have been to focus solely on immediate financial security.
But she chose herself. She prioritized that work, that creative pursuit that set her soul on fire. even against immense external pressure and internal doubt.
And that courageous choice didn't just transform her life, it went on to impact millions globally. You truly see the undeniable connection here. Their massive impact came because they chose themselves and their unique path, not despite it. It's a powerful lesson in alignment.
So choosing yourself isn't just a one-off decision. It's not like you just flip a switch.
Not at all. It's a consistent daily decision. Every single morning when you open your eyes, you are presented with that fundamental choice again.
That's right. It's a continuous, ongoing practice, and the source gives us a truly fantastic, practical exercise for solidifying this. I invite you, the listener, grab a notebook right now if you can,
Know it.
and write down the 5 core values you want your life to reflect. Not what others expect of you, not what society tells you should be important, but what you deeply, genuinely care about.
Things like freedom, creativity, health.
Impact, love, adventure, curiosity.
Mm.
Whatever resonates. Once you have your 5, here's the absolutely crucial part. Ask yourself honestly, am I living in alignment with these values right now, today?
And this is where the deeper analysis comes in. When you identify these significant gaps, like you might deeply value health, but find yourself living on stress and junk food.
Or you value freedom, but your schedule is packed with unwanted obligations.
Exactly. That profound awareness becomes the first most powerful step towards creating genuine change. It's about reclaiming the power to consciously close those painful gaps and bring your daily reality into alignment with your deepest values.
And then there's the actionable step that makes so many of us instinctively squirm. Learning to say no.
The dreaded no.
Right. The source powerfully emphasizes that every yes you give to something that fundamentally doesn't align with your values or your deepest desires is, in essence, a no to yourself.
It's undeniably uncomfortable at first. You'll likely feel a pang of guilt, maybe even feel judged by others.
Oh, definitely. But what's truly insightful here is how the source clarifies that genuine supporters, the people who are truly in your corner, will unequivocally respect your boundaries.
And those who don't.
Well, they were never truly in your corner anyway. This becomes a powerful, almost self-cleansing filter for your relationships, doesn't it?
It really does. And when you consciously and consistently choose yourself, a powerful, almost palpable energy shift occurs. You stop chasing external validation, and paradoxically, you become a magnet for genuine respect.
That makes sense.
This profound internal shift, as the source suggests, can indeed ripple outwards in remarkable ways, transforming not only your personal relationships, but also opening up new, unexpected opportunities. Authenticity in this context becomes the fertile ground for fostering truly genuine connections.
Which is a stark contrast to the often fragile and, frankly, inauthentic connections born from constant people-pleasing.
Precise.
It's absolutely true. You stop dimming your own light, stop shrinking yourself to fit into someone else's box. And the affirmation for this chapter is so vitally important. My life is mine to live. I honor my values. I choose myself without guilt.
Powerful stuff.
It is. So if choosing yourself is indeed the foundational principle, then the next truly critical step in building that desired life is reclaiming your most valuable non-renewable resource. Your attention. Your attention. We truly live in what the source vividly describes as the noisiest time in human history. Just think about it.
Oh, yeah.
We are constantly bombarded by a relentless stream of notifications, messages, endless social media scrolling, a continuous cascade of updates. Every single second, something new is vying for, pulling at your attention.
It's exhausting.
It is. And the profound result is that most people never truly experience the transformative power of deep, sustained focus. Instead, they spend their days reacting to external stimuli rather than actively creating their lives, which leads inevitably to scattered minds, profoundly drained energy, and frustratingly slow progress towards their most meaningful goals.
It's so undeniably true. Distraction isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a profound thief. It stealthily steals your precious time, your invaluable mental clarity, and, most tragically, your boundless potential.
The source really challenges you to deeply consider this. How many times have you picked up your phone for just a minute and suddenly, inexplicably, 30 minutes, maybe even an hour, are just gone?
Happens all the time.
Multiply that by days, weeks, months, years, and you vividly realize that distractions don't just waste fleeting moments. They subtly but surely waste entire lives.
And what's truly intriguing here is how the source unmasks the insidious way distraction often disguises itself as productivity.
Oh, I know this one. Checking emails obsessively.
Right. Or endlessly browsing inspirational content or staying constantly updated with every news cycle. It might feel productive, might even give you a transient sense of being busy.
But it's not real work.
Often not. In reality, the source suggests they're often cunning avoidance mechanisms, clever ways to escape the discomfort and intense effort required for truly focused, deep work.
This raises an important and, yeah, somewhat unsettling question.
Mhm.
Are we, as a society, becoming addicted to being busy? To that fleeting dopamine hit we get when someone likes a post or sends a message?
Even at the profound cost of our long-term achievement and inner peace, it's a question worth pondering.
It certainly feels like a pervasive, subtle addiction, doesn't it? And the very first critical step to breaking free from its grip is to internalize the profound understanding that your attention is your single most valuable resource.
Absolutely critical. Unlike money, which you can earn, lose, and earn again.
Time is absolutely non-renewable. Once it's gone, it never, ever comes back. Therefore, you must begin treating your focus as something sacred, something you fiercely protect with every ounce of your being.
So I urge you to consider right now, what are your biggest distractions? The source suggests it's often social media scrolling, maybe overcommitment to other people's agendas, the myth of multitasking.
Or even those insidious emotional distractions like pervasive worry, endless comparison, or debilitating overthinking. Those are huge too.
Huge. And once you courageously identify these attention thieves, you can begin to take deliberate, powerful action. The source provides 5 practical, actionable steps to help you reclaim your focus.
Okay, let's hear them.
First, reclaim your digital life. This isn't about ditching technology entirely, but using it with profound intentionality.
So, like, turn off non-essential notifications.
Exactly. Delete non-value adding apps, set strict screen time limits for certain platforms, and make a deliberate practice of using Do Not Disturb for those crucial deep work sessions.
Moving from compulsive reactive behavior to intentional empowered usage. I like that.
Second, it's back to that uncomfortable but ultimately incredibly liberating skill, learning to say no.
Uh-oh. Here we go again.
Haha, yeah.
Yeah.
Many distractions, surprisingly, come in human form, those incessant invitations, the countless favors, the quick calls that invariably stretch into an hour.
We've all been there.
The source powerfully reminds us that saying yes to everything that comes your way keeps you perpetually busy, but rarely truly productive. Every yes you utter to something unimportant is simultaneously a powerful no to something truly life-changing.
So a polite but firm response.
Yeah, like, thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit right now. It can be incredibly powerful in protecting your precious time and energy.
Okay. What's number 3?
Thirdly, master the art of time blocking. Instead of passively hoping to find time for your most important priorities amidst the chaos.
You actively schedule them in, like non-negotiable appointments.
Precisely. Block out specific, dedicated chunks of your day for deep work, for exercise, personal growth. Treat those time blocks as sacred. Protect them.
Moving from hoping to find time to proactively making time. That's a big shift.
It is. Fourth, and this next one really takes a hammer to a popular myth. Embrace monotasking.
Ah, the death of multitasking.
Exactly. We're constantly told we need to multitask, juggle a dozen balls at once. But the source clearly, unequivocally states that multitasking is precisely that, a myth.
Our brains can't actually do it well.
No. Your brain, in its purest form, can only focus deeply on one complex task at a time. Switching back and forth, what we think is multitasking, merely drains your precious mental energy and dramatically lowers the quality of your output.
So monotasking. Give your full, undivided attention to one thing until it's done or the time block ends.
That's the key. And if we connect this to the bigger picture of performance, this is the foundation for achieving those coveted flow states and unlocking truly optimal productivity.
Makes sense? And the last one, number 5.
Finally, the fifth practical step is to deliberately create a distraction-free environment. Your physical environment, the source emphasizes, shapes your behavior far, far more powerfully than sheer willpower ever could.
So clean your workspace, remove clutter.
Keep only what you absolutely need in your immediate line of sight. If possible, create a dedicated physical space that clearly signals, this is where I focus. This is where deep work happens.
Leveraging the environment's power over willpower. That's smart.
But it's not just about those external distractions, is it? The source delves a layer deeper, powerfully illuminating the often overlooked mental distraction.
Right. Overthinking, comparison, replaying the past, worrying about the future. These internal loops consume just as much energy, maybe more.
Definitely more sometimes. And the profound solution, the source argues, lies in cultivating mindfulness and achieving crystal clear clarity.
Yeah, we do that.
Well, the source offers a truly powerful visualization exercise for you, the listener. Close your eyes for a moment and vividly imagine your ideal day.
Okay.
Picture yourself waking up feeling genuinely refreshed, moving through your morning without any sense of rush or frantic energy. When you sit down to work, you are fully present, completely absorbed in your mission.
No distracting notifications, no external noise.
Just you and your most important task. Now consider the profound impact you could create in just a week, a month, or even a year if you lived each day with that level of focused presence.
That future, the source affirms, isn't just a fantasy. It's entirely possible. But you have to consciously choose it and then relentlessly build towards it.
And to pair with that, a practical journaling exercise. Write down your top 3 absolute priorities for the upcoming week, just 3.
Okay.
Now, with those in mind, look at your daily activities, every single one. How many of them directly, unequivocally support those 3 top priorities? And how many are merely distractions, cunningly disguised as things you need to do?
Ooh, that's a powerful audit. That could be revealing.
Yeah.
And maybe a little uncomfortable.
Very revealing. It helps you clearly see where your most precious energy is truly being allocated.
And the affirmation to consciously adopt for this chapter.
It's crystal clear and empowering. My attention is powerful. I choose where it goes. I control my focus, and I use it to build the life I want.
I like that. My attention is powerful.
Distractions, the source acknowledges, will never fully disappear. The world will always try to steal your focus. But with unwavering awareness and consistent discipline, you possess the profound ability to rise above it, to reclaim your mental landscape.
It's about moving through your day with clarity, purpose, and deep, sustained concentration. Always remember, success isn't ultimately about doing more. It's about focusing more effectively.
When you deliberately eliminate distractions, you unlock a level of progress and inner peace you might never have experienced before.
And if focus is about winning the day, then building unbreakable routines, as we'll explore next, that's the absolute secret to winning the long game.
Exactly. Motivation. Well, motivation is a beautiful, inspiring force, but let's be honest, it is undeniably unreliable.
So true. Some mornings you wake up feeling ready to conquer the world.
And other days, the sheer effort of getting out of bed feels like climbing Mount Everest.
Right. If your progress depends solely on fluctuating motivation, you're destined to live in a perpetual cycle of exhilarating starts and frustrating stops.
Bursts of intense energy, followed by long, unproductive stretches of stagnation. It's exhausting.
What's truly fascinating here, and often overlooked, is that the secret to real, sustainable progress isn't that fleeting spark of motivation. It's the quiet, consistent power of routine.
Your habits, far more profoundly than your momentary feelings, are what shape your destiny. When your routines are strong, deeply ingrained, you don't need to negotiate with yourself every single day about whether or not to take action.
She's just act
Yeah.
almost automatically, like brushing your teeth. Most of us don't wake up debating whether or not to do it.
It's just automatic, part of the day.
Mm.
And that is the immense power of routine. It shrewdly removes decision fatigue, intelligently conserves your precious willpower, and fundamentally creates unshakable consistency.
Truly successful individuals aren't necessarily the ones with more talent or intelligence. What distinguishes them is their unwavering consistency.
And that very consistency is born directly from deeply embedded routines. Think about elite athletes.
Mm.
The best performers don't merely train when they feel inspired. They train daily, relentlessly, adhering to meticulously structured routines designed to sharpen their body and mind, regardless of their mood.
And the source argues the same principle applies unequivocally to your life. If you genuinely desire profound mental strength, sustained physical energy, and robust emotional resilience.
You must proactively create routines that consistently support and cultivate these crucial strengths.
Okay, so the source breaks it down brilliantly into three critical areas where consistent routines build that unbreakable foundation. First, there's mental strength.
Which includes protecting your focus, calming your mind, practicing discipline,
Then physical strength.
fueling your body with good food, regular movement, adequate rest,
And finally, emotional strength.
creating rituals that ground you, reduce stress, and remind you of your purpose.
It makes you wonder, how do these three types of strength really interconnect? How do they support each other?
Well, it's often observed that building one area profoundly supports the others. For example, a consistent routine of daily exercise, physical strength, can significantly enhance mental clarity and dramatically improve emotional regulation.
And meditation mental strength can reduce stress, improving physical well-being.
Exactly. They're inextricably linked, forming a holistic, synergistic foundation for your entire being.
So let's talk practical application. The morning. The source powerfully emphasizes that the morning sets the undeniable tone for the entire rest of your day.
It really does. If you begin your day reactively, immediately scrolling your phone, rushing around, diving into emails, you instantly put yourself in a distracted, stressed state.
But if you begin with intention, with clarity and calm, you proactively seize control of your energy before the world can even start stealing it.
The source thoughtfully provides a simple yet profoundly powerful morning routine you can easily adapt. First, wake up with intention. That first act of discipline is just getting up when you plan to, no snooze button.
Okay, easier said than done sometimes, but okay.
Haha, true. Second, hydrate and drink water. Then do some light stretching or gentle exercise to wake up your body and clear brain fog.
Third,
Third, dedicate 5–10 minutes to journaling or meditation for reflection, setting intentions, or just calming your mind.
and finally, plan your top 2–3 absolute priorities for the day.
And this routine doesn't need to take hours. Even a focused 20–30 minutes can profoundly transform the trajectory of your entire day.
And it's absolutely not just about the morning, right? The source highlights that strong mornings are born from strong evenings.
Exactly. If your nights are filled with endless scrolling, late-night commitments, poor sleep habits, you're effectively robbing tomorrow of its vital energy and focus.
So an intentional evening routine helps you disconnect, recharge, and prepare.
Right. Practical evening practices include having a digital sunset, turning off screens at least an hour before bed.
That's a tough one for many.
It is, but crucial. Also, integrate a gratitude practice. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. It really reduces stress.
Prepare for tomorrow, lay out clothes, make a to-do list. Tidy your space reduces morning decision fatigue.
And most importantly, commit to a consistent sleep schedule. Quality, consistent rest is the foundational bedrock for focus and discipline.
Now, here's where it gets truly interesting regarding sustainability. The source warns against trying to overhaul everything at once. We've all done it.
Oh, yeah. The perfect routine on paper wake at 5 a.m., hour workout, 30 minutes reading, meditate, journal, cook elaborate meals.
And it collapses within days. Why?
Because it's fundamentally unsustainable. The source argues that profound, lasting change works best when it's gradual, almost imperceptible. Tiny, consistent actions, repeated diligently, compound into powerful results.
And a key reminder which brings immense relief. Routine is about direction, not perfection.
Thank goodness for that.
Right. Missing a day or even two doesn't mean failure. What truly matters is getting back on track, picking up where you left off.
This incremental, forgiving approach makes transformation sustainable and maybe even enjoyable. New habits become automatic before you add more.
So to make this incredibly actionable, the source gives us a brilliant, practical 7-day focus plan. For the next 7 days, you, the listener, are the absolute top priority.
Okay, break it down. Day 1.
Day 1. Add just one positive morning habit. Simple. Drink a glass of water right after waking.
Day 2.
Fixed bedtime. And stick to it.
Day 3.
Block out 30 minutes for distraction-free, focused work on your most important personal goal.
Day 4.
Engage in 20 minutes of movement. A walk, stretches, whatever works.
Day 5.
Before bed, write down 3 genuine wins from your day, however small.
Day 6.
Deliberately eliminate one significant distraction. Turn off a notification. Set an app timer.
And Day 7.
Review the week.
How did these small changes make you feel? Mentally, physically, emotionally?
The source confidently states that after just 1 week, you'll already feel noticeably stronger, more in control.
And it encourages extending this to 30 days for tangible transformation and 6 months for profound changes. It's a compelling call to action. And the affirmations for discipline really drive it home. My habits shape my future. I build strength through consistency. I control my routine. My routine does not control me.
These aren't just words. They're foundational commitments to yourself.
Looking at the bigger picture of routine, the source reveals that when your routines are strong, ingrained, you stop wasting energy wondering what to do next. Your day flows naturally towards growth.
Life will still have challenges, of course.
Oh, absolutely. But robust routines provide unshakable foundational strength. When chaos hits, you have grounding rituals. When self-doubt creeps in, you have the discipline to keep moving forward.
Motivation gets you started, but routine keeps you going. Consistent action makes growth almost automatic.
Routines build that vital internal strength. But sometimes the external environment, especially the people around us, can subtly or overtly undermine our focus and progress.
So what's the next critical step in this journey?
Well, the source introduces a difficult yet unavoidable truth. Not everyone in your life deserves a front row seat.
That's tough.
It is. Some people genuinely support you, lift you up, encourage your growth. Others, regrettably, drain your energy, discourage your ambitions, and actively hold you back.
And if you're truly committed to focusing on yourself until you win,
You must develop the discernment to identify and the courage to strategically cut off toxic influences.
at first glance that might sound harsh, even cold. We've been deeply conditioned to be loyal, endlessly forgiving, patient.
Right. But the source delivers a powerful counterargument. Unyielding loyalty to the wrong people is essentially profound self-betrayal.
And endless patience with toxicity.
Is quite literally a slow, insidious form of self-destruction. The undeniable truth, the source argues, is you simply cannot truly grow or reach your potential in an environment that actively poisons your spirit.
So how do we recognize this toxic energy? It's not always obvious, is it?
Not at all. While some influences might be obviously abusive, toxicity often cleverly hides behind humor, concern, or tradition.
Okay, so what are the signs?
The source gives clear signs. These individuals consistently drain your energy. They dismiss your goals. Be realistic. They guilt trip you when you set boundaries. They seem to thrive on drama, negativity, gossip.
Or maybe you just consistently feel anxious, exhausted, or diminished after spending time with them.
Exactly. If any of those resonate, the sauce urges. It's a profound signal to step back and honestly evaluate that relationship's true impact on your life.
So, if these relationships are so damaging, why do we often stay in them?
The source insightfully explores the common reasons: pervasive guilt, fear of being alone, a sense of obligation due to history or family ties.
And ironically, even the comfort of the known, even if it's bad.
Right. But the implication is sobering. Holding on to toxic people doesn't protect you. It slowly, systematically destroys you. Every moment spent in a draining relationship is a moment stolen from your potential, your peace.
This brings us to the immense power of boundaries. The source clarifies they're not walls, but filters.
Exactly. They don't block genuine love or support. They shrewdly block what harms you, drains you, diminishes you. A strong boundary articulates what you allow and what you refuse.
Practical examples: limiting time with negative people,
Refusing gossip or drama, saying no to misaligned requests, protecting your personal time and energy.
it's acknowledged that setting boundaries might upset those who benefited from their absence.
But the reassurance is key. Truly caring, supportive people will adjust because they value you. And those who don't, well, they were only benefiting from your lack of boundaries anyway.
Which leads to the question, is their temporary discomfort more important than your lasting peace?
A question everyone needs to answer for themselves. The source revisits powerful stories: Oprah distancing from negativity, Steve Jobs being ruthless about his inner circle, J.K. Rowling persisting despite discouragement.
These examples show remarkable success often necessitates tough choices about who gets access to your energy and vision.
Think about that young woman dreaming of starting a business, facing ridicule from friends telling her she's crazy.
If she listens, she stays stuck.
But if she chooses herself, sets boundaries, spends less time with doubters, she opens the door to new supportive connections, mentors, peers, clients who do believe. That shift can transform her entire life.
Letting go, especially with loved ones, is often the hardest part.
Absolutely. The source acknowledges this complexity, saying cutting ties doesn't always mean walking away completely, but it does mean creating necessary distance.
And it emphasizes you can love someone from a distance and still protect your peace.
The key affirmation here is powerful. Protecting my energy is not selfish. It's necessary. I can care about people without sacrificing myself. That's a profound recalibration.
So, a practical exercise, an energy audit. Take paper, draw two columns. Column 1, uplifting, supportive people. Column 2, draining, anxious, doubtful people. Then ask, who deserves more time? Who needs distance? Which relationships need new boundaries? Clarity is the first step to action.
The affirmations for protection reinforce this. I choose peace over drama. I allow only supportive energy in my life. I release relationships that no longer serve my growth.
Looking at the bigger picture of pruning your life, the source argues that removing toxic influences creates space. Space for healthier relationships, new opportunities, deeper peace.
Like a gardener trimming dead branches so the tree can thrive, it won't always be easy. There might be doubt, loneliness.
But remember, temporary loneliness is infinitely better than lifelong toxicity. Protecting your energy is the foundation for everything else. Clarity, confidence, strength.
While we can address external influences, what about the most pervasive enemy? The one that resides quietly within us.
Ah, yes, self-doubt. If external distractions are the noise and toxic people are the environment, then self-doubt is the ultimate internal enemy.
That subtle, whispering voice. You're not good enough, not ready. Who do you think you are?
And the universal truth is humbling. Every dreamer, every achiever, anyone who dared create something bigger has confronted this voice.
Success, the source clarifies, isn't the magical absence of doubt. It's the unwavering refusal to let doubt control your actions or dictate your future.
What's really intriguing is how self-doubt often cleverly masquerades as logic, as rational thought.
It doesn't scream, it whispers persuasively. Wait till the timing's perfect. Get more experience first. Wait till you feel 100% ready.
But the source offers a crucial reframe. You will never feel 100% ready. Genuine growth always feels inherently uncomfortable.
Think about a baby learning to walk. They wobble, stumble, fall constantly, yet persistence leads to mastery. Your doubt just signifies you're bravely stretching into new territory.
And one of the biggest, most deceptive masks self-doubt wears is perfectionism.
Oh, perfectionism, the killer of action.
Right. It convinces you that if it can't be flawless from the start, it's not worth doing, leading to procrastination, delays, abandoning things with huge potential.
The counter principle is incredibly liberating. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Every expert was once a beginner who stumbled and learned by doing. Waiting for perfection is waiting forever.
The source strongly encourages us to actively turn fear into fuel. Doubt and fear aren't stop signs. They're indicators you're moving towards something meaningful, outside the comfort zone.
When you feel that fear before a big step, it almost always means you're stepping into growth. The mindset shift. Reframe, I'm nervous, to I'm excited.
The physical responses are similar: racing heart, sweaty palms.
Only the interpretation differs. Choose excitement. Choose growth.
So how do you build confidence when that doubt is screaming? The source says confidence isn't magical. It's built through repeated, courageous action.
The more you do something, even imperfectly, the quieter doubt becomes. First time public speaking, doubt screams. 10th time, a whisper. 50th, barely shows up.
So the solution isn't thinking harder, it's acting faster. Small, consistent wins compound into unstoppable confidence.
Let's look at Thomas Edison again. Over 1,000 failures before the light bulb. People mocked him. Doubt must have screamed.
But his reframe: I have not failed, I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work.
Incredible persistence. It makes you wonder. How many breakthroughs, inventions, personal victories have been lost because someone listened to that whisper of self-doubt and gave up?
Edison wasn't free of doubt, he just refused to let it stop him.
So, a practical exercise: create an evidence journal. Every day, write down one genuine win, big or small.
Finishing a workout, making progress on a project, keeping a promise to yourself.
Over time, this journal becomes concrete proof of your capabilities, a counter-argument to doubt. When doubt creeps in, slip through it, see the evidence, remind yourself you've overcome challenges before.
And the affirmations for confidence are essential. I am capable of more than I believe. Progress is proof that I'm growing. Doubt is just noise. I choose action.
And for deeper impact, visualization. Close your eyes, imagine yourself 6 months from now, the version who took consistent action despite doubt.
See the strength, the clarity, the pride in achievements. That future you exists. Step into it, one decision, one action at a time.
In the bigger picture, self-doubt never fully disappears, even for the most successful. The difference is they act anyway.
When doubt says, you can't, respond, watch me. When it asks, what if you fail? Reply, then I'll learn and come back stronger.
You don't need permission, perfection, or certainty, just the courage to take one step then another. Momentum builds, confidence follows.
The ultimate truth. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Don't let it rob you of yours.
So what happens when you've chosen yourself, battled distractions, built routines, faced down doubt, but the world around you, maybe even those closest, still doesn't get it, still doesn't support you?
This is a crucial and often profoundly painful reality many ambitious people face. Life tests us when we step outside expectations.
The stark truth, according to the source, is many people simply won't understand your vision. Some will dismiss it, others might even laugh.
And maybe the most piercing pain is when expected cheerleaders, family, friends, colleagues stay silent, or worse, discourage you.
And here's the crucial, liberating lesson from the source. You don't need their support to win. You only need your unwavering determination.
That's incredibly empowering, isn't it? When no one else claps, clap for yourself. When no one believes, believe in yourself.
External support is helpful, feels good, but it's not fundamentally required to succeed. Your inner conviction is the true engine.
The source reminds us of historical context. Great achievers, inventors, entrepreneurs, athletes endured seasons of isolation, walked their path alone, uncheered.
They faced misunderstanding, rejection, criticism, loneliness, and yet, crucially, they kept moving forward. That's why they ultimately won.
The warning is clear. Wait for permission or applause, and you'll likely wait forever. Your journey demands walking, even when the road is empty.
Even when you are the sole believer, you have to plant the seeds in silence, water them in private, trust that one day your results will speak louder than the absence of cheerleaders.
So let's explore why people often don't support you. The source offers clarity, helps depersonalize it. First, fear and projection.
People project their own limitations, their unfulfilled dreams onto you. If they couldn't, they assume you can't.
Second, your ambition can threaten their comfort zones. Your growth mirrors their stagnation, which is uncomfortable.
And third, sometimes it's just plain misunderstanding. They don't see your vision, don't feel your fire. Once you recognize this, you stop taking it personally. It's about them, not you.
So the absence of external validation necessitates strengthening inner validation. Become your own motivator, your own champion.
How? The source suggests, first, celebrate your own small wins. Don't wait for others. Acknowledge and reward every step.
Second, affirm your vision daily. Remind yourself why you started. Make your voice the loudest in your mind.
Third, create a vivid mental image of the end result. When you see and feel it, external disbelief matters less.
We look back at J.K. Rowling's rejections, Edison's failures.
Yeah.
External approval comes last. Internal conviction comes first.
The source gives practical steps to keep going alone. First, develop daily routines. When no one pushes, routines become your silent cheerleader.
Wake early, set tasks, follow through. Discipline becomes your internal propulsion.
Second, find inspiration in books and mentors, even from afar. If local support is absent, seek voices that fuel your fire through media.
Third, detach from needing recognition. Become unstoppable when you no longer crave acknowledgement. Your progress is between you and your vision.
This is a powerful reframe. Embrace loneliness not as punishment, but as a gift, a period of preparation, focused growth.
Silence builds strength. Solitude sharpens focus. If you had cheerleaders, you might depend on their noise. Walking alone ensures your strength comes from within.
And when you win, you'll know it wasn't luck, it wasn't them, it was you.
The call to action is a promise to yourself. I will not stop because others do not see my worth. I will not wait for applause before I take action. I will keep going even if I walk alone until the day my results speak louder than any voice around me.
Looking at the bigger picture, the source asserts support is helpful, but it is not oxygen. You can breathe, grow, win without it.
And the satisfying future scenario. One day the doubters will ask, how did you do it?
And your answer, I kept going, even when no one supported me. This powerful realization leads us right back to the first principle, unapologetic prioritization of yourself.
For far too long, many of us have been conditioned. Putting ourselves first is selfish. Society teaches sharing, compromise, sacrifice, praising selflessness.
While generosity and kindness are vital, they become dangerous when they morph into ingrained self-neglect. You've probably been told being selfless makes you good.
And yet, the source challenges this. If your cup is empty, completely drained, how can you possibly pour into anyone else's cup?
This chapter is about internalizing the liberating truth. Prioritizing yourself is not selfish, it's absolutely essential.
You simply cannot reach your potential, achieve your goals, if constantly drained, distracted, giving your energy to everyone but yourself.
If you genuinely want to win, achieve your ambitions, create the future you deserve, you must learn to put yourself first, without guilt, hesitation, or apology.
What's fascinating is understanding the roots of that guilt we feel. Guilt is a major barrier, stemming from fear of letting others down.
Maybe you said yes to help a friend when you didn't have the time or energy, just to avoid upsetting them.
Or took on extra work responsibilities out of fear of seeming unhelpful.
This guilt often comes from programming old beliefs, expectations planted over years. It's not necessarily a signal of wrongdoing, but an echo of old expectations that no longer serve your highest life.
And the consequence of chronic self-neglect, burnout, stress, depletion, leaving you with nothing meaningful to genuinely give.
But when you are strong, centered, fulfilled, you bring your absolute best self to every relationship, goal, opportunity.
So a powerful tool is building boundaries without apology. Boundaries are healthy filters, not walls.
Yeah.
They define how you expect to be treated, what you accept, what you refuse.
For many, just saying no feels like a transgression, but the source emphasizes every yes to something misaligned is a no to yourself, your growth, your peace.
Use self-reflection questions. Do I truly want to do this, or am I doing it out of guilt?
Right.
Will this bring me closer to my goals or drain me?
Learning to say no with conviction is an act of courage, self-respect, prioritizing your growth over others' temporary disappointment.
And the reaffirmation is vital. Anyone who truly values you will respect your boundaries. Those who don't, they were only benefiting from your lack of them. A powerful litmus test.
This isn't about indulgence, it's choosing self-care over people-pleasing. Self-care isn't a fluffy treat, it's structure, discipline, long-term investment in yourself.
Choosing sleep over late-night obligations. Saying no to toxic conversations. Carving out time for your goals, even when others clamor for your schedule.
There are no awards for exhaustion or overcommitment, only regret for neglected dreams. A powerful statement. When you prioritize yourself, you make a bold statement. My life matters. My goals matter. My dreams matter. I matter.
Let's definitively destroy the myth that prioritizing yourself is selfish. The source distinguishes selfish, harming others for gain, from self-focused. Caring for needs to be your best.
Revisiting the oxygen mask rule. Secure your own first so you can effectively help others. By focusing on your mental health, energy, ambitions, you create capacity to contribute from strength, not depletion.
Practical steps to prioritize yourself. First, schedule you first. Block time for growth before filling your calendar. Non-negotiable.
Second, set clear boundaries. Practice saying no. Start small.
Third, detach from opinions. Stop living for approval. Your life is not a democracy where everyone gets a vote.
Fourth, redefine success. Measure by alignment with values, not how much you give away.
Finally, affirm your worth daily. I am worthy of my own time, care, and attention.
When you truly prioritize yourself without guilt, you take ownership. Break people-pleasing chains. Reclaim time, energy, purpose. Stop apologizing. Stop shrinking. Rise into the powerful, authentic person you were meant to be.
The ultimate vision. The world doesn't need a burned-out, resentful you. It needs the powerful, focused, and vibrantly alive version.
And the empowerment is unmistakable. Stop asking for permission. Stop waiting for approval. Stop feeling guilty for putting yourself first. Your dreams deserve your full commitment. Your goals deserve your best energy. And yes, you deserve to win.
We've explored choosing yourself, battling distractions, building routines, cutting toxicity, overcoming doubt, persisting alone. Now it's about connecting these threads into a cohesive, actionable plan for your victory.
You've made it through this deep dive. You've learned transformative principles, but now comes the most critical part, taking decisive action.
Because knowledge alone, no matter how profound, will never transform your life. Inspiration alone won't create results. Only consistent, focused, intentional, unrelenting action reshapes reality.
The core declaration for you, the listener. I'm responsible for my life. My success depends solely on me. My focus is my ultimate power. Internalize this until it's unshakable.
To turn knowledge into action, revisit each chapter's core. Build routines. Cut toxicity. Overcome doubt. Keep going. Prioritize yourself.
The call to immediate action. Pick one area today and commit. Write down a plan. Schedule the first steps. Do not overthink. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Start now.
And a simple framework for your personal victory plan. First, identify your top goal, the one thing that changes everything.
Second, break it into micro actions, small steps for today, this week, this month.
Third, block time for yourself. 60-90 minutes daily for focused work on your goal, non-negotiable.
Fourth, eliminate energy drainers. Remove distractions, toxic influences, misaligned obligations.
Finally, track progress.
Yeah.
Celebrate all wins, big or small. Document the journey to build momentum and belief.
The winning mindset understands the biggest challenge isn't external obstacles, it's your own mind. Doubts will rise, resistance will whisper.
And every day, answer with clarity, determination, focus. I'm ready. I am capable. I will keep going until I win.
Victory doesn't require luck. It requires consistency, discipline, and unshakable focus on yourself. The courage to prioritize your life above noise, distraction, negativity.
So as you stand ready for action, what small, decisive step will you take today? It doesn't need to be huge. It just needs to happen.
Write down your goal, plan the first 3 actions, say no to 1 distraction, commit to a routine, remove 1 toxic influence.
Remember, momentum is built by doing, not thinking. Fueled by courage, not permission. Created when you fiercely focus on yourself, your growth, your goals, your victory.
You absorb the principles, you see the path. Now take the brave step and walk it, step by intentional step, day by disciplined day, until you arrive at the extraordinary life you've envisioned.
And as you bravely step forward, remember this powerful truth. The greatest masterpiece you will ever create is the life you build when you unapologetically dedicate your full, focused energy to your own extraordinary potential. What small, brave, decisive step will you take today to honor that masterpiece?